We're talking with Micah, Carli, and JT Woodruff of Hawthorne Heights. You can visit them, hawthorneheights.com. And you guys have your own label. You guys can make decisions, do whatever you want. And by the way, your label, Cardboard Empire. Are you guys thinking about signing any other bands like Radiohead or?
We've been talking to Tom for a couple of weeks now. He wants to do his thing, and we want to do ours. Right now we're focusing on getting as much quality Hawthorne Heights songs as we can out there.
We've definitely discussed it and we've considered it for the future, but since it's all brand new and we're just starting it for ourselves, we feel like there's some attention we have to spend on it before we can even think about trying to help somebody else out.
And one thing the reason that we started our own label is so we could give our undivided attention to ourselves to promote our music and to release our music. So until that takes a back seat for a little bit, we don't want to sign any more bands and treat them like regular labels do. We don't want to, we want to give them ample time and we want to give them all of our efforts, because if we find a band that we truly like enough to sign, that we want to live every minute for that band. And right now, we're on tour a lot, we're writing a lot.
I got to listen to your latest EP, which, by the way, it's 9 tracks, and I don't know if you can call it an EP. It's more like an LP, I would assume.
It's pretty close to an LP, yeah.
Right? What decision was that? Did you guys say, hey, you know what, usually an EP is 4 to 5 tracks. We're just gonna, go out and just blow our load and just put an extra 4.
Well, I guess one thing is, we kind of wanted to record as many songs as we had. We liked all the songs, and instead of waiting to write a couple more songs, we wanted to just release it. And instead of, I guess, kind of cheating people and saying this is our new full length, we'll overachieve and call it an EP. And, instead of getting a 4-song EP, you get a 9-song EP, which is, people would be complaining if they were like, their full length only has 9 songs on it?
Yeah, exactly.
No, our EP has 9 songs on it, so.
It's a marketing ploy.
Yeah, no room for complaints. And it offers a better value. It's not a $12 or $15 thing. It's, it's a little, little under $1 a track, which I think these days is a tremendous value, considering I don't think a lot of people know how long and what we go through to write a song. That doesn't take us $1's worth of labor. It's a lot more than that. So
how much, if you had to guess how much you spent into recording, how much would that be if you could put a dollar amount to it?
Well, I think Micah said that you spent 175 hours.
About 175 hours, so
just mixing, editing, tracking, engineering.
Yeah. So if you went to a studio and got about 3-4 weeks worth of studio time, I mean, that could be
thousands.
That could be thousands, yeah. So
and that's not including any of the time that we spent writing together or writing separately. It's a long time. So when people say, well, you should just give your music away, it's kind of tough because it's very time consuming. It's very, it does cost a lot of money. Micah has been acquiring this studio gear for a decade, and it wasn't, people don't just give it to him. It's not like hand-me-downs at a yard sale or anything.
You don't steal it?
He's been purchasing this gear, and the knowledge that he's accrued, it's a lot of time and a lot of effort, and we're happy to do it because we love to write songs and we like to record them. It's a lot of fun, but you can only do that for so long if people aren't, I guess, seeing value in what you do.
You guys are writing these trilogy EPs, right? The first one's already out. When are you guys finding time to write the other 2? And are they going to be as extensive? The first one was 9. Are you expecting the same with the other 2?
It would be nice, but what we kind of do. One reason we wanted to do it ourselves is to squash all expectations that people have of us other than ourselves. So if we write 9 songs that we feel completely tie in and are ready to be released, that's exactly how many it'll be. We might have painted ourselves into a corner, and now if this one has 8 songs, people will be pissed because the last one had 9 songs, but I think that they'll deal with it all right. I'm always writing lyrics on the road, working on themes, working on ways to tie stuff together, and the second that we get off this, we'll be energized to create some new music. That's the good thing is when we were on labels, it was more like tour to tour to tour because you're supporting something, knowing that maybe the label's not going to be supporting it as hard as you are. Now we can kind of do it in cycles a little bit better. Right now, the whole idea is to support Hate while we're out on the road. Then when we get home, we'll write the next one, and it'll be on to supporting both of them at the same time.
Speaking about being on tour, has there been anything like crazy shenanigans happening that you can let me know about?
Oh, it's nonstop party all day, all night. One thing that we don't do is we don't take off days. We book a shitload of shows. And but when we do get an off day, it normally is us around a hot tub at a hotel, all laughing about what went on the last week. And a couple of the dudes will be drinking whiskey or something, and Micah and I don't drink, so we'll be drinking like some sort of fine root beer or ginger ale or something like that. And you know, we like to have fun. We just pretty much make fun of each other nonstop. I
know you guys aren't sponsored by any of these products, but you know, what's your favorite ginger ale? I love Canadian Dry, but it has to be in a can because a lot of ginger ale tastes like shit when it comes out of
plastic bottle.
Yeah, plastic.
That's sweatshop ginger ale. That's corporate American ginger ale. Corporate Canadian ginger ale. I really like this company called Red Rock ginger ale, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Very spicy. I like to take a drink and almost sneeze.
Wow.
I like it to burn the back of my throat and my nose. And another really good one is called Buffalo. I don't remember. Buffalo something. And it's based out of Tennessee. But I like a very spicy ginger ale. My favorite root beer is actually produced in Northern California. It's called Sparky's.
Sparky's, I haven't tasted it.
You can get it at Beverages and More.
Bevmo, okay.
Yeah.
And is that in a can or a bottle?
It's in a bottle.
Glass bottle.
Always better glass bottle. So what we'll do is we'll get the ice bucket from our hotel room, fill it full of ice, put a couple bottles in there, and go sit in the hot tub. Suck a couple cold ones back.
Very classy. You know, when you guys first started out touring, it was fun and it was a blast. I'm not saying, you know, that's not what's going on right now, but now it's more like, you know, going back to the beginning, a business. So you guys have to go out on tour. Is that frustrating you? Do you enjoy touring now that it's become kind of a business for you?
You get conditioned for it, for sure. It is fun. It's very fun. It's a lot of people hate their jobs. And we really like ours, but it does get to be a grind. We're doing, on this second half leg, this West Coast leg, we're doing 36 shows in 39 days. So no matter what your job is, having 3 days off in 39 days is pretty grueling.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, that's a lot of driving, that's a lot of, it's not 1 hour a night for us. You know, that's not all we're doing. That's the fun hour a night. The rest of the stuff is just like anybody else, just driving. Working on orders, we print and not manufacture. Sorry, we process our own orders from our merch store from the road. Matt actually does that. When we take a coffee break, he prints out all the invoices. We stack all the envelopes together, and we go to the post office and print them out for our fans. So you know, it's a full day's work for us. It's every day, and it's rewarding because we really like to do what we're doing, and you know, we know that our fans appreciate it, and that means a lot to us.
Lastly, Oceans. You guys are courting your fans and saying, hey, send us an iPhone or some video of you guys for like 30 seconds. How's that going, and what can people do to send that to you?
It's going really well. That's actually our drummer deals with that specific project. And it's going really well. We've gotten some cool submissions. I think it'll all be edited together here in a couple weeks. One thing that we're doing for our, at least attempting to do, is to have a video of some sort for each song on the EP, because we think that videos are a lost art. We don't have any delusions that it's going to get played on MTV or VH1, because they don't really do that anymore. So we wanted to make them as simple or as artsy as we wanted. And I think we've done 3 or 4 now, and everything's coming along well. And maybe at the end they'll end up on some sort of DVD or some way for our fans to get them. And you know, it's a lot of fun. It's a way to work on the music and to kind of show people the music in a different light, in a different artistic way. And it's a blast. That's another reason that we did this, is so we could take every bit of music that we create and think of different avenues and different ways through our hard work and through our creativity that we can get it out to people.
Cool. And if they want to email it to you, where do they email it?
Email it to cardboardempirerecords@yahoo.com. And, you know, try and make sure it's HD, and by HD, that's a pretty loose term these days. An iPhone will work, or an Android phone will work. They totally shoot HD. Make sure you shoot it long or sideways, panoramic view, so they all are edited and look good together. And just do it as soon as you can. You know, the whole idea behind that video is to kind of show somebody that's away from you, that's maybe been deployed, and that you really miss, and you have no idea when they're coming home. That's kind of what the song Oceans is about. So we're trying to kind of help our fans get through a rough situation, just kind of dealing with it through music.
Well, my guests have been Micah and JT Woodruff. You can find them hawthorneheights.com, and you're going to have all the tour dates posted there. And most importantly, go out, see them, and hit up their merch table, you know?
Please do.
Yeah, that's a way to, you know, it's
Help band out.
Yeah, we're just like anybody else who's traveling a lot. You know, diesel fuel and gas is really expensive. I don't know what people think, but it's not like we have a Shell or a BP sponsorship or anything. You know, it's just like anybody. We got to fill up the tank, and the best way to do that is to go and, you know, you get a T-shirt when you give us money. You know, it's not just we don't have our hands out. Or you get a CD. You get whatever you want back there, and come back. We'll sign it, and we'll, you know, get a picture, whatever you guys want. We're totally stoked to meet our fans.